So we have learned to write the Gibbs basic equation in integral form, integrated form. And this is written at constant temperature. So G, for a component I, G, Gibbs energy can be written as tau, which is a constant dependent on the species, and it is a function of temperature only, plus RT ln F. Now we have been writing it ln P. Now for any real gas, we can write like this, ln F. F is the fugacity. Fugacity is a new term for you. Fugacity is analogous to pressure. It is similar to pressure, meaning so you can consider it as a pressure, but it is a modified pressure because of the cohesive and adhesive forces among the molecules. And for ideal gas, we have written it as GIG equal to tau T plus RT ln P. For real gas, we have written it G equal to tau T plus RT ln Fi for a component I. For a pure species I, you can say. Okay, so this is fugacity term here. So you should be able to so there was a phone call, actually it got disconnected. So we are again starting. So we have written this one. So do you understand this equation 10.31?
Excuse me, sir.
In pure form, Okay, I will like to present there. So
Oh,
I
yes, sir.
think it is not presenting. Okay, okay. So this equation, it should be visible to you now. Can you see this one? Equation
Yes, sir.
10.31.
Yes, sir.
So let me make it slightly bigger. Okay. This should be fine now. So so what we have done here, this we are trying to define a new term, fugacity. That's why we have written a differential form of Gibbs equation, dg equal to vdp minus sdt at constant temperature, which becomes dg equal to vdp simply, and this v when replaced by rt by p due to rd being ideal gas, so it becomes rt ln P. So now this RT ln P for ideal gas can be written for, see, RT ln P for ideal gas can be written for ln F. At the place of P, we are writing F. F is your fugacity. Units of this fugacity are same as units of pressure. So for a real gas which is non-ideal in behavior, we will not, that will not follow P equal to RT by V or V equal to RT by P. Uh, we can write this expression fugacity like this in place of pressure. So this is for pure component gas in real gas. This is non-ideal gas. Now here, Fi, suppose if you take an ideal gas, this Fi should be written as Fig. See, this is written. So this is for component I, fugacity at in ideal gas condition. So pure gas with the name component I, which is behaving as an ideal gas, its fugacity in ideal gas state is nothing but its pressure. Okay, so that's why it is said that pressure and fugacity are similar. So for ideal gas situation, both are same, both are identical. There is no difference between fugacity and pressure for ideal gas. For non-ideal gas, this term is fugacity. This is not pressure. So how this fugacity is related to pressure, that we will follow, that we will see. Okay, so let me come to this one. Now if you write for real gas and if you write for ideal gas and take a difference, so that becomes residual property. So any property which is real minus ideal gas is called residual property. Already you know this term. So Gi minus Gig, try to write Gi minus Gig. You will find that tau T gets cancelled and RT ln Fi minus RT ln P. So this log m minus log n can be written as log m upon n. So you just take your 1 minute, write both the equation. Write Gig equal to tau T plus RT ln P, and write Gi equal to tau T plus RT ln Fi. Now make a difference. Just subtract Gig from Gi. Then you will find that right hand term becomes RT ln Fi over P. Can you do that? Take your time, 30-second time. Everyone should do. It's very simple to write. It's not a big deal. So this residual Gibbs energy. This is residual Gibbs energy. So we have Gig equal to tau T plus RT ln P, pressure of the gas, and Gi, which is a pure component real gas, Gig meaning real ideal gas in pure form, Gig, tau T plus RT ln P. Now Gi, which is not ideal gas, it is pure but non-ideal gas. So this constant will be same again. At same temperature we are taking, and its species is also same. This is dependent only on species and temperature. So this becomes RT ln fi. So now if you subtract this g from gi, so this is your residual Gibbs energy, which is called gr equal to rt ln fi over p. Now this ratio fi over p is known as fugacity coefficient. So this is fi over p. So this is called fugacity coefficient for component I. You can look at this one. So this is a new definition. So fugacity and fugacity coefficient, these two new terms have been introduced. Is that fine? Fugacity coefficient. So what is the fugacity coefficient for ideal gas? What is the fugacity coefficient for an ideal gas? What is the value of fugacity coefficient? Satakshi, can you tell me what is the fugacity coefficient for an ideal gas? Value of the fugacity coefficient कितना होगा? Abhilasha Maurya, can you tell me?
Sir, 1.
Ideal gas की fugacity coefficient 1 होगा.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you make it for ideal gas, so in numerator you have to write FIIG. This is Fi superscript Ig. So this becomes nothing but pressure divided by its pressure. So pressure over pressure 1. So fugacity coefficient for an ideal gas will be 1. So it is written here. See. So GR is 0. Residual property will be 0 because it is difference from ideal gas state will be nil, and this. So this you can write. Now in the limit pressure tending to 0, this GIR over RT can be written as ln P tending to 0, ln phi I, which is a certain value, a definite value. So when the pressure is almost 0, this gas will behave like an ideal gas. But the this limit of this ln fi will be something some value. Now it says that the value of J is immaterial and set to 0. Now here say ln phi will be 0 because this ln 1 fi will become 1, so ln phi I will become 1 for ideal gas. Okay, so limit limit P tending to 0, ln phi I become like this and this becomes 0. So this limit can be understood. So this ln phi. So try to write what is this ln phi. So this ln phi is your you can take the help of equation 6.49 and you can write GR over RT. So GR over RT is nothing but ln phi I. GRI, or better to say GRI subscript रहेगा equal to ln phi I. So ln phi I equal to GR over RT, that you can always remember. So now this GR over RT can be written from equation 6.49 and which is equal to integral 0 to P Zi minus 1 dP over P at constant temperature. This you can refer. Yes, please ask. Any doubt? ln phi is GIR over RT. And from equation 6.49, you can look at the equation 6.49. 6.49 is just turn your textbook and you will find that this residual Gibbs energy has been given in terms of compressibility factor. See, GR over RT is integral VR over RT dP, and then finally this you can see 6.46 is your maybe seventh edition, some equation number may be different, but in what I have right now with me, it is a sixth edition, and I am finding it here 6.46. 46 number expression देखिए, gr over rt is equal to integral 0 to p z minus 1 dp over p at constant temperature. So this is written here. So this expression is important for calculation of fugacity coefficient from compressibility factor. So this you can note. You can underline this one, and this is important expression. Now this compressibility factor has to be found out from equation of state parameter and various other things, and that if you know this compressibility factor, then you can evaluate this coefficient. So there are various ways of finding it, and that has been shown here. So from virial coefficient BIA, and so you know this, these are the second virial coefficient. So this can be evaluated like this. So I'm not giving full time to discuss all these things, but you can understand that whenever there is a requirement, then this compressibility factor can be evaluated from the equation of state parameters, and it is one example is shown here. So ln phi I becomes second virial coefficient P over RT. Okay, now if you look at this, this has been all written for a gas species. Now, if we can derive this criteria of phase equilibrium, means equilibrium between liquid and vapor, with this concept of fugacity. Vapor and liquid equilibrium for pure species can be written. So for vapor, we can write tau T plus RT ln Fi. Okay, so vapor is a non-ideal gas, so we can write like this, 10.37. And this vapor will be in contact with a saturated liquid. Whenever there are phases in equilibrium, these phases are called saturated phases. So a saturated vapor is in equilibrium with saturated liquid. So this is written for vapor, Gibbs energy, and this is written for liquid. So a liquid, water liquid, is in equilibrium with water vapor. Suppose there is a closed container, a bottle. Okay, so Gi liquid is equal to tau T plus RT ln FiL. Superscript L means liquid. Superscript here V means vapor. So this is written for vapor. And what are the temperature and pressure of these two phases? Temperature is T, pressure is capital P. T and P both are same. So only the phases are different. Now if you make the difference, Gi minus Gil equal to RT ln Fiv over Fil. So this is change in difference in Gibbs energy of vapor and liquid. And you know from previous discussion that phases are in equilibrium. They have similar temperature, pressure, and Gibbs energy. Though they have dissimilar entropies, they have dissimilar enthalpy, but the Gibbs energy of the two phases in equilibrium is always equal. That has been shown to you in chapter 6. So this difference should be nil when the phases are in equilibrium. So this left hand side is 0. Okay, so Fi is V is equal to Fil, and which is called saturation fugacity. Okay, so this Giv minus Gil is 0. So Fi sat indicates the value of either saturated liquid or saturated vapor. So coexisting phases of saturated liquid and saturated vapor are in equilibrium. So what is the criteria? This is the criteria. When fugacities are equal, vapor fugacity is equal to the liquid fugacity, and which is called a saturation fugacity. So earlier we had derived this criteria that Gibbs energies are equal. So both Gibbs energies are equal. For a pure component in two phases, the Gibbs energies are equal. Now we have derived another statement for the same situation, that the fugacities are equal. Even you can say that fugacity coefficients are equal. So here this fugacity Fi sat, you will say related to this condition, the coefficient will be called fugacity. So saturation fugacity coefficient will be defined as Fi sat or Pi sat. So this coefficient for the vapor, for the liquid, and which is for a saturation situation, both are equal. So two phases, liquid and vapor, are in equilibrium when they have same fugacities, they have same Gibbs energies, they have same fugacity coefficients. All three are equal. Is that fine? Just think about this. So vapor liquid equilibrium. If there is any doubt, please ask. So we are now dealing in terms of fugacity. Okay, so fugacity of the vapor and fugacity of the liquid. Component I taken in a pure form. Now what we are going to do, we would like to derive this criteria for solutions when a particular solution is in liquid form and it is in equilibrium with its vapor. So you know that in liquid there will be number of components, and in vapor also there will be number of components. So what is the criteria for having a vapor liquid equilibrium in that case? So at equilibrium you will see that the component I has got its fugacity in a particular phase, vapor or liquid, same. We will have same fugacity of a component in all phases. So this is important. So we have residual means fugacity for the phases in equilibrium. Zero. Residual residual Gibbs energy is zero because the Gibbs energies are equal. So this so FIV is equal to FIL always. So this is your criteria. Similarly, ln FIV is equal to ln FIL, or you can say phi I. So not FI. Phi I V is equal to phi I L. Fugacity coefficients are equal, fugacities are equal, and Gibbs energies are equal. So this criteria you can remember. Now the next topic is the calculation of the fugacity of a pure liquid. Now here this liquid is not behaving as an ideal one. So this is some liquid, and it is not in fact in saturation state or some in equilibrium, but we just want to calculate its fugacity. Means fugacity of the vapor has been defined as its pressure. So what do you mean by fugacity of a liquid? So can we define fugacity term for liquid also? That is the first question. Yes. So the fugacity of any liquid can be considered equivalent to its vapor pressure, because every liquid will have a vapor pressure. If you confine a liquid in a closed container and you wait for sufficient time, then you will see that there is a formation of vapor above the surface of the liquid, and that vapor which exerts a pressure on the surface of the liquid will be called an equilibrium vapor, and it is in equilibrium with the liquid, and the pressure exerted by this vapor will be called the vapor pressure of the liquid. So whatever vapor pressure is exerted by the vapor onto the surface of the liquid is called the vapor pressure of the liquid. So here we are interested to find out. So can we say that this just there is no need to calculate the fugacity of the liquid? It should be just taken equal to its vapor pressure? No, because this liquid will not behave as an ideal liquid. and we cannot take its fugacity exactly equal to its vapor pressure. It is slightly different from this, because whatever vapor it is going to form, it will not be an ideal gas. Okay, it is close to that vapor pressure, but it is slightly different. So that we are going to calculate now. So let us understand this one. The fugacity of pure species I as compressed or subcooled liquid may be calculated as the product of the saturation pressure with three ratios that are each relatively easy to evaluate. So how they have written, so you just try to understand this one. Fugacity of component I in pure state, which is in a liquid fugacity at pressure P. Suppose this liquid is having is stored at a pressure P. So whatever pressure P is there, it is slightly different, means it should not be taken as a fugacity. So how you calculate it? So now first term is this. So there are the product of three terms. This is one term A, this is B term, and this is C term. So what are these three terms? Those, see this one. This is fugacity of the component I in vapor state multiplied with its saturation pressure divided by its saturation. So means if you see that there are this pi sat appears in numerator and this also. So what we say that all terms are at the temperature of the interest. Inspection reveals that the cancellation of numerators and denominator produces a mathematical identity. So here you can look at this pi sat over pi sat can get cancelled here. So this pi sat also. So there. So what remains? FIV into FIL into FIV, then FIL into. So it becomes ultimately FIL. But it can be interpreted the product of these three terms A, B, and C. What are these three terms? Just try to understand. What are these three terms? So what is this ratio? Ratio A is the vapor phase fugacity coefficient of pure vapor. See this A. A term, what has been written here, it is a fugacity coefficient. The fugacity coefficient just we have defined, it is a ratio of fugacity to pressure. So this is fugacity of the vapor to its saturation pressure. So this ratio is fugacity coefficient of pure vapor. And it has been designated at Fi sat. Okay, so this Fi sat will be given like this. Just wait, I will come to this one again. So already you have this expression earlier also. So ln Fi is equal to 0 to P Z minus 1 dP over P. Now let us see what is ratio B. Ratio B is unity. So it shows that expressing the equality of the liquid and vapor fugacity at equilibrium ratio. Ratios B is unity only. So this is FIL over FIV, because both are in equilibrium, so this fugacity will be equal. So this is unity. So this becomes pi sat over pi sat, something like that. And let us see what is ratio C. It reflects the effect of pressure on the fugacity of pure liquid I. This effect is generally small. The basis of its calculation is equation 6.11 integrated at constant. So this can be integrated. So ratio C reflects the effect of pressure on the fugacity. See, effect of pressure on the fugacity. So this is a liquid fugacity, which is at pressure P, and this is fugacity at the saturation. See, any liquid, we are interested in measuring the fugacity of liquid which is kept at pressure P. it is different. This pressure P is different from saturation pressure. So fugacity at some pressure P and fugacity of the liquid at its saturation pressure. And if you multiply this one, so Pi sat. So this is in fact this effect of, it shows the effect of pressure on the fugacity of a pure liquid. So if you have a effect, I mean different pressure, it will have a different fugacities. So ultimately what it reflects that this effect is not much, but this can be calculated on the basis of equation 6.11. So this is a Gibbs energy of component I at some pressure, Gibbs energy of component I at saturation. So saturation pressure and the given pressure are same. So this difference is given as Pi sat to P Vi LdP. So this is from equation 6.11. You can verify this one. So difference between two Gibbs energies can be written. So another expression for this difference results from equation 10.31 and is written like this. So this is now again you can write in a similar way. So if you write Gi and Gi sat both, if you write tau, simply you just write Gi equal to tau t plus RT ln Fi, and you write Gi sat equal to tau t plus RT ln Fi sat, and you make a difference. You will find this one. So this is a difference in Gibbs energies between actual situation and saturation situation. Okay, so RT ln Fi over Fi set. Now this Fi Gi minus Gi set are set equal to 0 means these two things can be set equal to 0. So how do you write this one? If you don't understand this one, so let me tell you. So this is dg equal to vdp minus sdt only. So sdt becomes 0. So it is vdp. So if you integrate it, okay, so this Gi minus Gi set calculated by dg equal to vdp minus sdt equal to vdp simply. Now if you integrate between two situations, one is at pressure P and another is at pressure P sat, Pi sat. So it becomes Gi minus Gi sat. If you take these limits from saturation pressure, you are moving to some actual pressure. So this becomes VdP, and this is for written for liquid. So you can always write superscript liquid. So dg equal to vdp minus sdt is applicable for gases and liquid both. So you integrate from Pi sat to P. And second expression for the simply by the integrated form of the Gibbs equation, which is equal to tau t plus RT ln F. So from there, if you write Gi minus Gi sat, it is nothing but RT ln Fi over Fi sat. So in one first expression we have used differential form of the Gibbs equation, and second expression we have used integral form. So both can be set at equal. See, so if you set both equal, then you can write ln Fi sat, Fi over Fi sat. This ln Fi over Fi sat is equal to 1 over RT integral Pi sat to Pvi. So can you get this one? Take your time. Take your time. Do it yourself. So I have given you the time to derive it. Okay, you are looking at the expression and you are working and derive it yourself. So these two things have been set equal to each other. These two things, this expression and this expression, both are equal. This is written from dg equal to vdp minus sdt at constant temperature. This is written as integral form g equal to tau t plus rt ln f. Both are set equal to each other. Now this right hand side has been written like this. Now see fi over fi set, fi over fi set. So what is this fi set? Fi fugacity at saturation. So fi over fi set is can be written as this. This has been written here. This fugacity of liquid at pressure. This represent this one, and fi set is fil fugacity its pressure. Means this fugacity at its saturation pressure. Means you can look at this, the fugacity of liquid at saturation pressure, and this is fugacity of liquid at some pressure. So this bracket represents the fugacity at which we are representing its value. Means the pressure has been written in the bracket itself. So fugacity of component I, let me show you bigger little one. Fugacity of component I in liquid state at pressure P divided by fugacity of component I at liquid state at pressure Pi set. So these two things have been written. Now if you take it, this becomes exponential term here. If you remove this ln, so this becomes exponential. Okay, so RT integral Pi set, so this can be as such written. Now, if you write Fi, so this Fi is nothing but fugacity coefficient at saturation into Pi set. See this one. So what it becomes? So this becomes, this is in fact fugacity. This term is Fi set into Pi set is nothing but fugacity at the saturation. Okay, so Fi is Fi set saturation fugacity, means at saturation pressure, exponential term 1 over RT integral Pi set to P Vi molar volume of the component I in liquid state dP. 10.43. You should be able to derive. Okay. Now this VIL, see, this is not a function of pressure. For liquid, it can be considered as a constant value because volume of the liquid is not changing much with pressure. So now this has been taken as a constant. If you take this constant out and integrate this one, you can easily get it. So considering VIL equal to constant value. So this becomes Fi equal to Fi set into Pi set exponential term VIL T minus Pi set. Just write it yourself. You have to do it yourself. So this is very important expression which gives you the fugacity of any liquid at pressure P. So these two terms becomes fugacity of the liquid at saturation. Saturation means it is in equilibrium with its vapor. So this is your saturation fugacity. But what I told you that if you write Fi equal to Fi set, means that you are equating its fugacity to its almost vapor pressure. But there is a slight difference. So this is slightly different. So this term is a modification term. So it is taking care of the change in the pressure, means from the saturation pressure you have moved to the real pressure. So whatever difference is creating, it is due to this one. So this is called Poynting correction factor. With the this exponential term is known as Poynting factor. To evaluate the fugacity of a compressed liquid, the following data are required. You can look at this, means whatever values are required, you can read this one. But this equation 10.44, you should remember that Fi is equal to coefficient, fugacity coefficient at saturation multiplied with Pi sat, means this is nothing but vapor pressure. So this fugacity is equal to vapor pressure. If you say this fugacity of any liquid is equal to vapor pressure, it is only partially true. So what are the modifications? Means you have to multiply with this vapor pressure a coefficient which is a fugacity coefficient. Not only that one, but you have to give a modification for the change in the pressure. From Pi sat, you have brought the system from to some pressure P. So for that, this is the correction. Can you remember this one? Fugacity of any liquid is nothing but its fugacity at saturation. So what is that? Fi sat means if you write Fi equal to Fi sat, Fi sat is nothing but phi I sat into Pi sat. This phi, okay, this is fugacity coefficient. Because already you know that fugacity is nothing but fugacity coefficient into its pressure. Okay, fugacity is equal to fugacity coefficient into pressure. So this is pressure here, and this is fugacity coefficient. So and carry out the modification for the pressure change. This is exponent. So how do you remember this term? So it is nothing but PV over RT kind of term. See PV. This is P. This is some pressure P into V over RT. PV over RT. So exponential term only. So this is a very small correction. So when you write liquid fugacity equal to its vapor pressure, this is true. This not much difference, but because the pressures are different from the saturation pressure, very much pressure means suppose this P is very much different from Pi sat, then this correction factor is a large term. Okay. So what data do you need? So this exponential term, always remember this is called Poynting correction factor or Poynting factor. So what do you need? You need the values of compressibility factor for the calculation of fugacity coefficient. From experiment, you can find out its PVT data, the liquid phase molar volume you need, and you need a value of saturation pressure. Means vapor pressure you know, molar volume you can easily find out, and this compressibility factor data you can. So this can help you. And this ZI can be also find from virial expressions that is given to you like this, and then it becomes like this. So if you take equation of state parameters and all those things can be done. So equation 10.5 you can practice. This is good example. I suggest you to practice equation 10.5. Okay. So I will stop here now.